One of my favorite map simulations to cover has always been a Pangea scenario. A Pangea scenario, but still with the outline of our modern continents. Unfortunately, a lot of games don't have these maps, but good old Age of Conflict's World War Simulator came through for us, so no longer will the US be protected by two giant oceans, and on a smaller scale, no longer will the UK be protected by the English Channel. I feel like one of the best places to be on this map would be Antarctica, the subcontinent of India, or Australia, or just someplace cornered off in general. Maybe is this Japan? I think this is the Asian continent. It's just unrecognizable without India. I think this is the Japanese island. I can kind of make out what civilizations I'm spawning all over the place. I haven't renamed them just yet. As soon as I scrolled north to whatever the hell this Asia is, I get really confused. This will be my Russia. Is this Iran maybe? I guess I could do like a Siberia, Japan. Where's the Korean Peninsula? China? I'm gonna start guessing. Vietnam. What is this? So here are some of my favorites to win the game. We'll see if they actually do good here. Even on a Pangea world map, we got to continue the Greek-Turkish rivalry. Now that I think about it, there's probably some Indonesian islands crammed somewhere over here, but I didn't think about putting them down. So there's definitely going to be a global superpower that rises up in the very beginning from this continent, but I feel like they're not going to win. There's always some sort of dark horse that ends up pulling away. Usually there's like a second great power and then a third great power, and they end up winning. So let's watch as these civilizations completely sprawl across the map. Some places have a lot more room to grow than others. Our first war between Siberia and Korea. Also, the US states are going to be getting into it. We have some of the biggest US states, and then Washington for some reason. I just didn't want Canada to have all of this stuff. Canada is divided with an independent Quebec though. Morocco has gone from the African continent to the North American continent, which is actually a pretty easy journey, but when you say that statement out loud, it sounds crazy. We have a Chad and Nigerian alliance, also a China and Korea alliance, and now a Russia and Ukraine. Well, that's a weird one. Now these alliances, this is going to be good for Korea. Korea can now get China's help when attacking maybe not. I think Korea is at war with Russia though. We have Finland at war with both Russia and Ukraine. This is a weird duo. Is Quebec already dead? Yes, Quebec is the first nation to die. But not too long after that, we have the end of Egypt. Turkey eliminated Egypt. Chad moving in pretty deep after Ethiopia. This is going to be such a mess right here in the core of the map. Mexico has destroyed Texas, so they have gotten Texas back after decades of holding that grudge, and Argentina has destroyed Chile, uniting La Plata, which La Plata, I don't even know if that exists in this. Look at South Africa in 3 different continents: Antarctica, South America, and their African continent. Australia in Antarctica, and moving in after India. Ooh, India got lucky, they pieced out. France is looking very tiny, so is the UK, so is Sweden. We'll see if Germany can cause a few world wars. Iran is just trapped to this peninsula. To be honest, I don't even know if this is Iran. I don't even know if these 3, I'm totally guessing. Kind of just put them there to put them there. China might fall to Vietnam. Oh, you got lucky, but I don't know for how much longer. Finland was destroyed by Ukraine, and now they're approaching Swedish borders. Sweden is now going after France. Look, everyone's trying to kill France. Even Spain is getting in on it. They're gone. New York is also doing their own movement into southern Morocco. What is that called again? Oh, Morocco's gone. California is nice and big. They've been peaceful so far with, I think, Washington. Okay, that is automatically... Oh, they're teaming up with Canada to destroy Washington. Even Illinois is getting in on it. Probably could have included more Central American nations, but it would have been hard to jam them all in. All right, Washington is gone. I think that friendship between California and Canada is probably going to end, though. Alaska's holding down this little... I don't even know what this is called, this strait. There's something going on with this inland sea. UK just destroyed Germany. I almost missed that. South Africa destroyed by Argentina, and the big one, Greenland, was destroyed by the UK. So, I made that statement in the very beginning that the UK might not be as lucky. So far, they're doing okay without their English Channel. Japan has been eliminated by, it was like a dual threat between Korea and China. Pakistan looking very big over here, really trying to compete with India, who India's doing all right. Florida was destroyed by Illinois, so the Chicago city-state doing pretty well. They're probably going to eliminate New York too. In terms of size, it's pretty much a tie between Pakistan and Brazil. I haven't even mentioned Brazil, and I think Brazil's starting to lose a lot of land. They did just piece out Nigeria, so maybe they're safe. Huge fall of Chad. Chad is no longer with us. Greece destroyed Chad. Is Greece and Turkey friends or something? What's going on with that? It's the only unrealistic thing happening here. Siberia is safe for a little bit longer, although a lot of colonization happening here. Ooh, people do not like Illinois. Canada, California, and New York York, all teaming up on Illinois. They're not going to allow Chicago to take over this former North American continent. I know that Illinois is more than just Chicago, but I mean, like, what is it? More than 2/3 of the population are just from that city, so that's why I do that. Antarctica was destroyed by Australia, so the big three down here have turned into just the big two, India and Australia, looking pretty big. Saudi Arabia moving in after the former Turkish peninsula. Greece is now attacking too. Russia was just destroyed by China. Yep, these guys are going to get very big. Pakistan and China getting into it though, which is going to slow both of them down. Pakistan only has one attempt here. There's also no naval invasions because this is just a massive, you know, Pangea continent. Kind of not really a point. So Turkey is gone. Look at how massive Nigeria is. Nigeria has most of the African continent, although Argentina has the southern tip. So yeah, there are like outside powers grabbing up this former African continent. And now we have Alaska moving in down into Canada. So Quebec was destroyed. Canada got all of that. Of course they did. Whoa, Pakistan. Whoa, what is this? Is some real border war happening. Now, if Pakistan falls, this would be very bad for the world because China's going to just take over. Pakistan will fall, but oh, you got so lucky. Okay, so the world has only a little bit. Oh. Okay, never mind. The world has no time left. It's like they heard what I was saying. China is going to be a huge threat up here, but like I said, I don't think they're necessarily going to win. There's always usually a collapse, one or two. Australia is looking to unify the southern part, these three continents slash subcontinents, and with Saudi Arabia's help in the north, they are definitely going to do it. So overall, Australia got the victory over India. They're going to get a lot of this land. There's an alliance between the UK and Sweden. I don't even know why. Sweden literally has just a UK vassal at this point. Just go in and take them out of their misery. Spain is still alive somehow. Oh, we just had the fall of New York. New York was destroyed by Canada. Canada's kept themselves safe. They pushed Alaska out. California still exists. Mexico still exists. Florida's gone. Of course, the places on the edges. The places on the edges of the map tend to do a little bit better. Ukraine is probably going to get eliminated by Sweden. He's going to have a tough time because they are up against this massive beast. I don't care if there's an alliance. They're probably going to go down, and then it's going to be a tough time moving through Alaska because this is not a lot of territory to work with. Saudi Arabia just destroyed Nigeria. Nigeria was really big for a second. Peru looks like they're going to take out Brazil. So Saudi Arabia is becoming a threat. Australia is becoming a threat. We now have Canada and Saudi Arabia getting into it. Saudi Arabia is getting Greece's help. Greece is kind of acting like another vassal here. We have the fall of Ukraine, which they were destroyed by China. Oh, Spain also left. Spain died because of Sweden. Sweden doing pretty okay. I did not think Sweden would do well in the European continent. We'll see if they survive for long though. Okay, you guys can't have the same color as Saudi Arabia and California. That makes things way too confusing. You know what? Speaking of that, Mexico and Colombia too. I need one of you guys to die. We now have Greece going after. Oh, is Sweden done? Yeah, Sweden is done because China's looking. You know what the problem is? I just realized China has their capital so far away from everything else that maybe they will be safe. Unless, of course, Australia meets them in the middle. If Australia meets them in the middle and there's this massive epic battle, then maybe it'll be close. Yeah, they're literally just moving on down. I don't even know how. The fact that the UK have survived for this long is kind of amazing. It's a miracle. And they were so tiny for such a long part of the video. Okay, so there goes Mexico. California helped destroy Mexico. I think California will probably go into it with Colombia next, or maybe not. California's gonna go after Saudi Arabia. Actually, a lot of people are trying to take down Saudi Arabia. Look, Argentina, Australia. We also have just the fall of Greece. And here goes the UK. Honestly, they played a pretty good game. They ended up in like the top 10 nations. And here goes Korea. How is Korea still alive? So Korea has moved through Alaska. Alaska's eliminated. Now they're trying to get into Canada. They'll probably get maybe China's help a little bit here. Wow, even with Argentina and Australia, they're not really pushing that far into Arabian territory as much as you'd think. Maybe because Argentina was distracted by Peru. Colombia's done pretty well here for the most part. Maybe these like little rivers are helping them out a bit. This like little circular nation, and they're being attacked from literally all sides. Every single neighbor they have, it's just closing down in on them. Peru's probably going to get the kill. Was there a war between China? Yep, there it is. Okay, I thought there was already, and I think they just got into another one. So unfortunately, even though Korea's united, again, I don't even know if this is really the Korean Peninsula, they are doomed. They were going to take out Canada, but it looks like Saudi Arabia is going to steal that one away. There goes Korea. And now Argentina is moving in after Peru. Colombia is gone. Here we go. Australia is going to take out Arabia, and they're going to do it single-handed, well, almost single-handedly. They did get a little bit of help here from China. China is looking so scary, so terrifying. There's only 5 nations left, and they're more than double the second-place nation, but things are going to change. So here goes Argentina. There's now a 4-way battle on this massive Pangea map. Let's see if they start to work together. together. There was a huge alliance between California and Argentina. Now, as long as Argentina, that's big. That's big. Now just get Argentina to join in, and then you can push China all the way back. Even if Beijing is all the way up here, you can still probably push in. That's going to give California a lot of power, though. I don't know if you're going to want to do that. Now, I bet you Argentina backstabs. Yep, there it is. Backstabs specifically Australia because they weren't going to do it with California. This is going to slow down the progress taking out China. There's a peace deal, too. So Australia started to really quickly catch up to China. Oh, man. What is going to happen here? Even California can't help out too much, even if it is. Oh, so maybe it's just going to be like a two-way. These two are going to get into it. These two are going to get into it. Is there some sort of alliance between Australia and China that I don't think there is, which means China will probably, oh, game's glitching out. Oh, there was a peace deal. Australia's going to get the kill. Argentina's gone. Even if they had the help of the no Germans before, it's over now. So who's going to eat up most of this stuff? It looks like it's going to be California. Now, what does Australia do? This is really interesting. California's not winning this game. I'm going to say that right now. It's going to be between China or Australia. So these guys are both going to team up, probably this smart move. And then there's going to be a huge war, a massive, like maybe a Cold War. This is the Cold War actually right now. The race for Sacramento, California, or whatever the capital of this nation would be, it's going to begin, but it's pretty much going to divide this Pangea continent completely down the middle. This is going to be pretty crazy. Oh, they're going to peace out. Maybe they'll, nope, never mind. That's so mean. Give them peace deal for like 2.5 seconds and then go at it again. Technically, Australia is #1 with the most amount of land. They have all of South America, almost all of Africa, and then all the continents down here. This is looking like Australia has the advantage, but it's going to be tough to fight through the former European continent, and then this massive inland sea is going to make it difficult. I think China is going to be the one to actually take the Californian capital. There was just an alliance between Australia and China, so they've pretty much teamed up to make sure Californians do not win again, as if California needs more people to really dislike them. Wow, they really just completely obliterated them. It was so unfair. Australia ended up getting pretty close to the capital though, but they didn't get there in time. All right, well, you guys now have to fight, or is there, oh, okay, I was gonna say, do you guys just like peace out? Do you guys just peacefully control the world at this point? China's making progress in their North American front, but not so much in the African front. They did move down towards Texas, but now even there, maybe Australia like reorganized their divisions or something. China's now pushing a little bit further into Greece, former Greece. They're also getting down into the Sahara Desert, but look at this huge encirclement that's about to happen. Multiple encirclements. Okay, Australia has the advantage. There's gonna be huge encirclements inside of the deep south, in Mexico, in Morocco. It wasn't really Morocco. Without some sort of, oh, but you know what? Now Australia is getting their own encirclements happening. So they're being encircled in the coldness of Canada, which I think in this map, I don't think it'd be that cold. Is this where the equator would be? This is where it'd be like really hot. Yeah, massive Aussie encirclement that just took place. So many of them gone. Is this just gonna be one of those eternal wars that happen forever? Because progress has like barely been made. It's like a peace deal and then they start fighting again. What if I increase the speed? I don't know. I think they're so evenly matched. China pushes in, but then they close down and oh, will they not? Will they not? They're gonna peace out. Oh, they did not keep it. They did not keep it. Technically, it's just get to the other person's capital by any means necessary. You don't need to take all of Australia's land here in like Peru, for instance. Funny that even though Australia is maybe like 25 or 20% bigger than China, it's still a stalemate. Look at the huge army map mode here. I mean, there's just so many. It's so deep too. They peace out, they reset their divisions, but it's usually still not enough. Okay, Australia is getting pretty close above the Great Lakes, but I think once this peace deal happens, oh, that wasn't even a peace deal. At the same time, China's making progress in there. They almost got to Ethiopia. Wait a second. China's now taking back the lead. I think they might be a little bit bigger. Yeah, China is now #1 in terms of size. I think the Australian AI is having difficulties getting through like all of these new lakes here. Like it's really hard to navigate. Whereas the Chinese AI just has to push through. Oh man, they're already almost in. This is Madagascar. I now just realized I should have named that. Oh, this is it. Oh, China is pushing. They I don't know how that happened. Look how close they are to Sydney or I don't know, Australia's capital. Australia isn't even half the size of China anymore. What kind of comeback is this? This was the ultimate twist. I thought China was going, because they were the first great power, I was like, there's no way they're gonna win this. Then they did end up collapsing like I thought they would, and they ended up coming back. Encirclement's happening on all fronts here. Australia got encircled twice though. And finally, the Australian D-Day, or the China D-Day. D-Day on Australia. They are just to their old former continent, and they've been completely surrounded. Well, I definitely didn't expect that win. And big thanks to Why Am I Doing This? $20 is a lot, Drew. Fat Norwal, Drew's Argentinian Grandpa, Chris3773,
Danny
Good Ol'
Gamer,
I Stole Drew's Pet
Jakov,
Dog,
Bruni,
Luxembourg
Nation
Lovers,
Nat,
Riz,
Orton,
Ortman,
5610,
Fresh Animations,
Robert E,
Ronja
Rye,
E,
The Pie,
the Polish
The
Lithuanian
Mexican
Commonwealth,
760,
Twicken,
Viotic,
Zany Boy,